But what a difference a year makes. What a difference 2 or 3 years make. We were, it was a different place when we were battling it out with the White House that was cutting budgets, reducing investments in forest and vegetation management, that was quite intent on having a public debate, a national debate. And I don't mean this as a pejorative, I mean this quite sincerely, around raking, finger pointing, not, holding up the burden of responsibility. And here we are talking about unprecedented investments. We're talking not about a sparring partnership, but we're talking about a working partnership with an administration that not only gets it, but consistently is demonstrating they can get it done. It's not just rhetorical. We had not one, but 2 summits last year with the president and the vice president, followed up with conversations with Secretary Vilsack and others. We asked for 5 specific actions within literally weeks. All 5 were delivered. And now, and that was worthy of applause, and now we're at a point where we have the capacity to talk not just situationally but sustainably about a long-term future where we're working more collaboratively together to address some of the issues that are at hand. And I think the issue that really is at hand today is the issue of fear. As we deal with all these simultaneous crises, the issue of fear. On the briefing, you heard about the loss of 7 million acres just in the last 2 years in the state of California. But it's the fear of loss that's beyond just those acres. It's the fear of losing traditions, lifestyles, people. Think about what happened last year. Grizzly Flats wiped off the map, a town that disappeared last year because of wildfires. Greenville, California, wiped off the map. A few years prior, Paradise, wiped off the map. So this is a profound, yes, existential moment, but in the spirit of Chief Moore, it's also a remarkable moment of resolve and resiliency. It is a point of optimism. We're not just reflecting on the enormity of the challenge and the headwinds of climate change, where the hots are getting a lot hotter, dries are getting drier, the wets with these atmospheric rivers getting a lot wetter, the extremes that we're experiencing, but we're also meeting that moment head on by looking at ways we can improve our strategies in mutual aid, working not just with local and state agencies, but the federal government in a completely new mindset and resolve. So I'm very proud to be here as a Californian, and I couldn't be more proud of the Vice President and her incredible leadership. That's not just demonstrable by the visit here today, but every day, where she has not only our back here in the state of California, but all throughout the west coast of the United States that is experiencing extreme drought. And I couldn't be more proud of our president and the entire administration and the remarkable leadership of Senator Padilla and Congressman Aguilar and others that are delivering. And members of the Assembly, and I want to close on that. Members of the legislature are here because I want folks to know as well, we're not just with our hands out to the federal government. $37.6 billion. $37.6 billion. We are committed to investing to address the issues of climate change in the state of California. There are not many nations in the world that are making those kinds of investments, unprecedented investments in making sure we future-proof this state. And again, that effort means nothing without the incredible support, not just financial, coming from the federal government and the Biden-Harris administration, but also a resourceful mindset that now is front and center in terms of those partnerships, particularly with the most essential partner of all, helping us manage 56 to 58% of our wildland property, and that's the U.S. Forest Service and their new approach and the new collaborative spirit that really marks a significant part of what we're communicating here today. Madam Vice President, thank you for your incredible stewardship. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for having our backs, not only here in California, but all across the West Coast and all across this nation. We're proud of you. We're proud of the Biden administration, and I'm really grateful that so many remarkable leaders are here. And I'm grateful again to each and every one of you for participating in this historic moment and recognizing the work that lies ahead. Thank you all very, very much.